Hey guys, this is your host Thomas Tyree here from On the Hot Podcast. Today, this is going to be the Combat Series episode number 97 for you guys today. And we're going to start things off with the sport of boxing this week. And I'll be discussing the fight that will be taking place later on in the calendar year 2025 between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. So a new chapter will be written at the lightweight division where WBC champion Shakur Stevenson will be defending his WBC title against William Zepeda July 12th in New York City. I'll be going over my thoughts on this fight, and I'll be going over the entire boxing card that will be taking place that night in New York City. Should be a great night for the sport of boxing for all boxing fans around the world. But my thoughts on Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda. I'm actually really excited for this fight. This is a fight that's been brewing in the pot, been trying to happen for months, but now these two respective lightweight fighters will come head to head and will face each other in the sport of boxing July 12th in New York City. I like the fight between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. Styles makes fights. I think this is an interesting one. You have Shakur Stevenson's boxing IQ. He's a great defensive fighter as well. In my opinion, the greatest defensive fighter that we've seen since Floyd Mayweather retired from the sport. He's a great offensive fighter as well, great counter puncher. Against William Zepeda, who is a relentless pressure fighter. What I mean by that is he likes to walk his opponents down, put the pressure on them. He likes to throw a lot of punches in between rounds. He's very active in the sport of boxing in terms of being active through each entire round that he's in a fight. So this could be a really interesting fight. It should be a chess match. Styles makes fights. But I don't have a prediction winner just yet, but a take I have for this fight, I could see this fight going in a similar style that Shakur Stevenson fought when he fought Oscar Valdez a few years ago at the 130-pound division. Oscar Valdez is a fighter that likes to be very active in between rounds, likes to put relentless pressure on his opponents. But Shakur Stevenson found a way that night when they fought to win the counter-punching battle, set up traps, lead with the jab, and make Oscar Valdez feel very uncomfortable. And he was showing his great defensive skills in that fight as well. I could see that fight being similar to what we could see July 12th between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda, but I could be proved wrong because Styles makes fights, and this is actually the most dangerous opponent that Shakur Stevenson has fought at the 135-pound division. And the same thing could be said about William Zepeda. William Zepeda got scared, not scared, but he got really battle-tested the first time he fought Tevin Farmer in November, made up for it, of course, when they fought not too long ago, a few weeks ago, in their respective rematch where William Zepeda got the better part of Tevin Farmer in their rematch. But Styles makes fights. And the last time we seen Shakur Stevenson fight a relentless pressure fighter at 135 was Edwin De Los Santos. So I'm telling you guys, Styles makes fights. I think this could be really good. Plus, this gives Shakur Stevenson something to do at this 135-pound division. Obviously, the fight that we want the most is Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson at this lightweight division. But it seems like those plans are put on hold because the entire, and not just Tank, but the entire 135 division is pretty occupied right now with their world champions. I mean, Gervonta Davis is set to fight Lamont Roach in their rematch, probably taking place in the later part of June. Keyshawn Davis will be defending his WBO title against Edwin De Los Santos in June. We still don't know where Vasily Lomachenko lies in terms of what he's going to do next. He's still the IBF champion at this 135-pound division, but we don't know what he's going to do next, whether he's going to continue to fight or retire. It wouldn't be a bad idea if whatever decision Vasily Lomachenko decides to do, I think he can still fight in the sport of boxing. Just had a knockout victory against George Kambosos, the only man to knock out George Kambosos and George Kambosos' boxing career. So I think he still has some gas left in the tank. I think the prime days are over for Lomachenko, but I think he still could be a really good champion at this division. But I think this is really good. I think this fight between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda, may the best man win. Both, in my opinion, their biggest test at this 135-pound division. Both undefeated fighters. Both have something to prove. Both want to show why they are the best at this 135-pound division. And meanwhile, for someone like William Zepeda, he's been the #1 mandatory for a long time at this division. Not only for the WBC title, but the WBA title as well. So I'm surprised that in terms of money-wise, he probably didn't go, and him and Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion didn't try to pursue a fight with Gervonta Davis because that's a bigger money fight in terms of his biggest payday of his career. But they must feel very confident getting in the ring against Shakur Stevenson for the WBC title because they went the WBC route instead of the WBA route because he was also the mandatory for the WBA title as well. So I'm not saying that he was duck and tank or anything like that. I'm just saying that that's how much that William Zepeda and Oscar De La Hoya believe that they could defeat Shakur Stevenson, which every fighter should believe that they could be victorious against the opposing champions in their respective divisions. So I think this could be a really good fight. I'm really looking forward to it. But for the rest of the card, now I am looking forward to this. I mean, don't get me wrong, this entire weekend of July 11th and July 12th, that Friday and Saturday in the sport of boxing could be really huge and very pivotal, because we already know the trilogy between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, July 11th, that's going to be streamed on Netflix that Friday night. But then July 12th, overseas as well, you could possibly have Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois defend both of their titles for an undisputed heavyweight championship in a highly anticipated rematch. And then this July 12th card that's stacked in New York City for Saturday night, because not only have Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda for the WBC lightweight title, I'm surprised this is actually going to be the co-main event because of how slated this card is going. I mean, how stacked this card is going to be. Because you have the super middleweight division, you have Edgar Berlanga fighting Hamza Sherez, which should be a highly anticipated main event at the super middleweight bout. Also on the undercard, you have Alberto Puello. He will be defending his super lightweight title, his super lightweight WBC title against Matias. That should be a really fun fight. And on the card as well, you'll have David Morrell fighting Katev. It's hard to see, sometimes say these overseas fighters, their names and pronounce them. But that fight's going to be taking place at the 175-pound division, the light heavyweight division. So it should be a really good weekend of boxing all across the board, overseas or not. This should be a really anticipated fight between Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. And may the best man win. I can't wait to break down that fight for you guys. But that is my thoughts on Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda, officially being announced next at the lightweight division.